Hello everyone, in this video we're going to look at the impairment to our held to maturity securities. We have to use what is called current expected credit loss or CECL method. That means we try to predict the expected credit losses from our bonds, maybe because of the economic environment, the company's condition, the lender's condition, or other things. But we should not include changes in prices due to changes in interest rate. Okay, so January 1st, year one, DUC Incorporated purchased investment in held to maturity $500,000 at par. On December 31st, the fair value of the investment was only $450,000, so it's $50,000 less than the par value, but the evaluation determines that $50,000 decline in fair value is caused by unrealized loss due to temporary increase in interest rate. When interest rate goes up, the bond's value goes down. $20,000 is the result of that, and we don't worry about that with held to maturity securities. What we have to worry is the second one, the $30,000 due to expected credit loss. We have to adjust our held to maturity securities with the expected credit loss. So it's no longer 500,000, it should be 500,000 minus $30,000 expected credit loss. Okay, so now it will be reported at $470,000. Okay, so we have to recognize credit loss expense for $30,000, and we create allowance for credit losses. This is a contra account, $30,000, that will reduce the value of our held to maturity investment from $500,000 to $470,000. Why 470 and not 450? Because the 20,000 of the decline is the result of the change in interest rate. And interest rate does change every day, so we don't have to worry about that. We just need to worry about the expected credit losses. Okay, so now we have this allowance of $30,000 on credit and credit loss expense of $30,000 in year one. Now we move to year two. On December 31st, year two, the fair value investment is $480,000. So it went up from $450 to $480. And the increase, $30,000, 10% is a result of the changes in interest rate. Again, we don't worry about that. And the $20,000 increase is a result of the decrease in the expected credit loss. So the expected credit loss, maybe the company is getting better. The expected credit loss is now only $10,000. A $20,000 decrease from year one. Okay, so we have to put here on debit allowance for credit losses. After this entry, we are going to have $10,000 credit allowance for credit losses. So this is the contra account. Now, after that, when we report it on the balance sheet, the held to maturity securities is $500,000 minus $10,000 allowance. It will show $490,000 fair value. So that's the impairment that we will show in year two. Okay, and then we can reverse the credit loss expense. This is for year 2, $20,000. Okay, so this is $20,000. So if those 2 years combine, the credit loss expense is $30,000 expense in year 2, in year 1, and $20,000 expense reduction in year 2. So overall, the loss expense is only $10,000 from this investment in held to maturity securities. So that's how we prepare journal entries for the current expected credit loss, or CECL, for impairments to our held to maturity securities. Thank you for watching.